right, guys, fire away.
What does it mean to be able to come back and get the sweep? Get the
Well,
win, sweep to three?
Yeah, I think I felt like it means a lot. I thought our effort was pretty good tonight. I thought for the exception of the first 10 minutes of the first period, which I don't think we were all that ready to compete right away. Not necessarily unwilling, but not ready to. And once we got past that stretch, I thought, with the exception of some mistakes here or there, I thought we played pretty well. So I was really happy with the effort tonight. And overall, I thought our process was pretty good, and we got the result we were looking for to finish it off.
Coach, talk a little bit about that third period. You had 3 goals there to go ahead.
Well, I mean, one of our objectives is to win the third period, and it's something I think we were prepared for, and I thought we went out and had a good solid period. We had that power play to start the period, and we weren't able to capitalize on it right away. But I do think that we, had a pretty consistent effort, consistent period, and that first goal from Fink was kind of a lucky bounce. Went out right over the guy's stick or hit a stick and went right to Michael on a breakaway. But I thought Moeller made a great play on his goal, and then Krylov, there was great traffic in front of the net. So I thought all in all it was pretty important for us to win a third period like that going in tied when the momentum could have shifted after their power play goal there in the second.
What do you mean? What was it? What went into finally capitalize those changes? Third period actually the least amount of shots, but got the most amount of goals. Was it just finally wearing down a young goalie, or what was it?
I mean, it may have been. I think Michael Finks was a breakaway. I know he made an unbelievable save on Solway that came back and cost us a penalty there in the second period. I mean, he played very well, the young guy. But I thought, I was hoping we'd get a bounce, and Moeller's goal, I thought, Brett made a good play to take the puck and beat his defenseman, and then take it to the net with some traffic. And then Krylov's goal was nothing but traffic. It was kind of one of those seeing eye shots from the point. So I think it was just our time for those pucks to go in. I thought there was a couple pucks in the second period that were going to go in and didn't, and he made good saves on it. And I guess it was just our time for those pucks to go in the third.
How much confidence does it give you when you have guys like Mike Fink come out tonight, just have a great game, those young guys getting in early?
Well, I'm hoping it gives them confidence. It gives me confidence to put them out there in certain situations. But again, the focus for those young guys now is to answer and continue to answer, game in, game out, shift in, shift out, because that's always the biggest challenge for freshmen is to keep that level of consistency high and make the difference between your best game and your worst game really small, and then even more so focus on the difference between your best shift and your worst shift. And it gives me confidence in them, but I hope it gives them confidence that they can play at this level and not only play but be effective.
Can you talk about Hammond tonight and what you played?
Andrew seems to be finding a little bit of a groove. I thought maybe earlier in the first there was a couple of pucks that I wasn't sure if he was comfortable or didn't see right or whatever, but I really felt he settled down, and their power play goal should have been blocked. I mean, that's something we take pride in, blocking shots on the penalty kill, which we haven't been effective enough yet with. And then we got to pick up a stick in front of the net. You can't fault the goalie on a tip puck. He fought to see it, he saw it, and it got tipped in. But other than that, I thought he made a couple of huge saves, as the night went on, that could have been momentum changers and probably were in our favor. But another solid effort from Andrew for sure.
Talk about what this stretch now means, going from you had to open the season with Michigan, which kind of big series to open. Now you're going back to the CCHA play, not a normal away game. It's 18-hour travel, just going to Alaska. How big was trying to get those 3 games under your belt, get these wins down?
Well, I think they were really big, but we're being a young team together. We're trying to build on any confidence we can, and obviously results help in that building. There's no easy game in the CCHA. We all know that. Anyone that knows the league knows that, especially when you've got the travel that we've got to Alaska. But we're gonna focus on Monday and Tuesday's practice and try to get somewhat of a skate Wednesday and get on the plane together and go there with the intention of putting 2 good efforts back to back. And that's our focus. We're still a work in progress. We all know that. Our focus is daily improvement. We've been talking about that from the beginning. And the next day we can control is Monday's practice, and that's what we'll focus on.